Good morning, good morning, good morning. I told you I say good morning to you wherever you are on this earth plane in this now moment. I love you. Might be afternoon or evening when you're watching this, but may the light of the new dawn enliven your heart. Hey, it's been a while since we've been together. I have a new light, so I've been playing with different colors and settings, and hopefully we like the warmth that we've created today. But hey, let's start by lighting some Nag Champa. There's just something about this smell that is candy for the soul. Very soul satisfying. Put that back here in the altar. Oops. Go ahead and light a candle today. If you want to take a moment to go get one, light your way. I dropped my, there's just something about scent that helps change the channel in our brain. Now, you may be with me for the first time this morning, or maybe you've watched some previous videos, and you know that it's all about learning how to change the channel in our brain. In fact, just yesterday morning, to be quite honest, I woke up again, not really wanting to get out of bed. I couldn't think of any good reason. And I did it anyway. I didn't go for a walk. Sometimes that helps to change the channel in my brain. I didn't come sit at my home altar. I didn't meditate or pray or read anything inspiring. What did I do that finally changed that channel? I don't know. I may just got up and done the dishes. I did absolutely at 11 o'clock. I got online with Miguel. I talk a lot about Don Miguel, my dear beloved teacher in Merida, Mexico. And we got on at 11 and did some just wonderful teaching together, and that always changes the channel. Miguel does some amazing meditations at the end of his classes. If you want to look him up, he's at Casa Keen. It's K-A-S-A, Spanish for house. Casa Keen. Keen means sun. Never realized that. House of Sun. KIN.org. He offers so many different teachings, classes every week. We gather every Wednesday with Trudy Sadcook in the Mayan Wisdom Circle. I've been studying with Miguel for over 11 years, and it's really changed my life. The Mayans knew that we were vibratory beings, and that everything we think, everything we speak has the power to create. And they have a lot of tools for teaching us how to live from the heart, how to recognize our own vibration, and how to change or raise that vibration for ourselves and for our planet. So I highly recommend you check him out. But today, I grabbed Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Myss, a book that I've read in the past that's really helped. And when I was pulling it off my shelf, another book toppled out, Blue Truth, and I don't think I've shared it on my channel here yet, and so we're gonna read, and I haven't read together for a while, so I pulled out my, I don't know if you realize this is me, but I'm a storyteller. I love to tell stories, obviously through my music, and I like to read to you. It's been a while since I've read to y'all, so let's get into it. And I don't know how David pronounces his last name, and I love the Spanish language, so I like to give it Spanish flair. So David Deida. But Blue Truth is a spiritual guide to life and death and love and sex. And I was just randomly flipping through this today because I thought there was probably some reason it fell out. And in fact, I'm going to look into this a little bit later. The Initiate of Lotus was holding this place in the book, and I don't usually leave my cards stuck in books and not in the deck, but for those of you who are unfamiliar with tarot, or maybe grew up in a conservative religious tradition that may have presented it as taboo, please just know that anything I share on my channel, if it resonates with you, let it land. If it doesn't, just skip on to the next video. But open your heart and feel into it and trust yourself. I call it play. My dear friend, Teresina and Martin Bawkins created the Fifth Tarot. And Teresina is a gifted artist and painted every beautiful life-giving picture. And there are days that when I want to change the channel, and I use this sometimes as that tool, because every message is very life-giving, very positive, raising of that vibration that we've talked about, life-giving words throughout. And so anyway, that was in here. And the chapter that was marked was chapter 33, Open Deeper Than Need. Did you hear me? Open deeper than need. Okay, listen to this little quote here. In the midst of the story of your life, you can open now. Okay? The deepest desire of the feminine heart, hang with me, he's going to cover masculine and feminine here. And I have to admit, I intentionally sometimes share things with you that ruffle my feathers. I live in a world, I'm a mental health therapist, and sometimes when I want to share with you and give you background, these videos get long. So go back and watch some of the older videos. You'll maybe hear a little bit about my story, but I help teach my clients to take the words right and wrong and good and bad off of their thoughts, their feelings, to just live in compassionate observation. So just watch whatever comes up for you today as we read together. The deepest desire of the feminine heart is to flow open with love. No matter how successful you are in your career, if you have a more feminine essence, then your heart will not feel fulfilled unless love is flowing in your life. Does that sound familiar at all? I know it resonates with me. Deep love, trustable love, a love that allows you to surrender and relax open as love's graceful fullness. Wow. I want to read this whole chapter to us today, and I don't want this to be an incredibly long video. There's so many people on my mind this morning that I want to share this with. We're already into 7 minutes, but hang with me. I also give permission, pause if at any moment, and come back to it later in the day. But hang with me through the fullness of this video until you get the gem that's meant for your heart. So I'm going to read that again. A love that allows you to surrender and relax, open as love's graceful fullness. So some of us may bristle at the idea of surrender. We've all been taught that as women, to surrender to the men in our lives, and some of us aren't comfortable with that concept anymore. Surrender to the church, surrender to your boss, surrender to your children, and that's gotten some of us in trouble. But I like that he adds a love that allows you to surrender and relax open. Relax open as love's graceful fullness. Well, you can feel how open you are to feminine fullness now. In your womb, no, not in it. This is important, man. The first question, I was like, I wish this were true, but is your womb full of soft delight? Wow. Is my womb full of soft delight? God, I met a man recently. He's on the Peace Walk across America. I don't have to say his name. You can just look that up. And most men say they like a certain part of the female anatomy if there's someone who is attracted to females. And this person said he was a belly man. And I'm like, never heard of that. Most women are very uncomfortable with the size of their bellies. But this question, is your belly full of soft delight? Is your womb feels a little different of a word than belly. Is your womb full of soft delight? Just ask yourself that question. I mean, I think that's my natural state. Certainly, I want to say yes to this. And I realized when I read it this morning on my own before I decided to share with you all, the answer was no. Ouch. My belly's been kind of hard lately, holding on to some hardness. So we're going to soften up, okay? this is the last time I'm going to apologize, I swear, but there's so much goodness to unpack in this chapter. So hang with me. It might be an hour-long video. Of course, I have to take my mom to her therapy session. And we all know how important therapy can be as a support to all of us. All of us can use that sacred witness in our lives that provides a safe place for us to unpack our stuff. Are your inner thighs vibrant with life? Are your inner thighs vibrant with life? Oh goodness, when's the last time you haven't thought about your inner thighs or them being vibrant with life? I'm telling you, I want to feel both of these things. Are your lips plump with love's kiss? Makes me want to get one of those injections. I've never had particularly full lips or plump lips. But, you know, are they plump with love's kiss? I can feel that. Sometimes our kisses when we greet our loved ones are a little peck, a quick little peck. And they're sometimes hard. We don't stop and think, are they soft, inviting? Do you want to linger on that kiss? If you are depressed, can you feel your darkness fully? Makes me think of my mentor, and Ralph Hyman was my therapist for a good part of my life. He's in town now. I was using my office yesterday, and he's visiting. He's retired, but he's visiting from Puerto Vallarta. And he was the one that always told me, have a good cry, get good and angry. Talked about really feeling your emotions and not judging them as wrong or right or good or bad, just witnessing them through, again, neutrality, compassion, and feeling into it instead of resisting it. Blue Truth, if I haven't referenced him in previous videos, I talk a lot about, he taught me how to recognize when my body went into a clench, when I was resisting feeling something, thinking something, being around somebody. We clench, we resist, we go into this closure and we shrink and take shape around that. And if whatever we resist persists, you've heard that before. And so it's not going anywhere until we open as that very thing. I learned that from him. I'm sure I have a song I'll share another time. We open as that very thing we're resisting, that emotion, and we allow it. We open as our anger, open as our fear, open as our sadness, open as our joy. Allow it to swim freely through you, and then it can dissipate and move out. All right? So if you are depressed, can you feel your darkness fully? I mean, we're all scared of darkness. Who wants to feel depressed? Who wants to feel the darkness? It's all around us right now. We can't avoid it. What would it feel like if we allow ourselves to get in touch with it, to open as our darkness fully instead of resisting it? Try it. Is your heart open? I have some heart opening exercises through yoga I could teach you right now, but again, too long. Maybe that'll give me an idea for another video. Get out your bolster, ladies, and put your blocks, and gentlemen, and put your blocks under it. And those who identify as neither masculine or feminine, or identify as both, my non-binary delightful beings. Prop up your heart, open it up, get on that bolster, those blocks, chest. Oh, heart opening. It's clearly been a while since we've been together, hasn't it? My heart just feels flooded, and there's so much I want to share with you. I don't know if we'll even get through this one chapter. We may have to come back to it, and maybe I'll do it in 2 parts. But let's see what else we have for now. Is your heart open, vulnerable? Oh, most of us don't want to feel vulnerable. I need to be vulnerable. That's how I share love's openness. I am love's openness. You are love opening, which can feel vulnerable. Is your heart open, vulnerable, blossomed wide with the power of dark rain's storm? Are you breathing fully while ache saturates your heart and belly? If you are sexually aroused, can you show love's pleasure through your happy feet? Your coy belly button. I never thought about my belly button. I can remember a time when my belly button felt coy. I'd like to get back in touch with that. Can you show love's pleasure through your happy feet, your coy belly button, your spilled words of overflowing joy? We talk about how much power our words have to create. Are your words spilling over with joy? Not always lately, huh? No matter how self-directed you have grown, your feminine heart blooms when filled with love. Your feminine heart, and we all have feminine and masculine within us. So hang in, however you identify, if you identify with one gender or the other, or neither or both, we all have a feminine essence within us and a masculine essence within us. Divine masculine, divine feminine coming together in balance. It's time. It is time. When your lover denies you love, then you feel hurt and you close. Suppose your heart is wide open, ready to flow with love, but your lover is unwilling, maybe even aggressively unwilling. Wounded by your love's denial, your vulnerable heart cringes, closing down, protecting itself. Your heart hardens. Whether you resonate with that right now or you recognize times in your life where that was true. Ouch. Your yearning is frustrated within the walls of pain's closure. Anger builds, you shout, you make demands, you express rage, and under it all, your heart hurts, wanting only to relax, open as love. Behind most feminine anger is the deep yearning for love. Behind most feminine anger is the deep yearning for love. The feminine within each and every one of us is yearning for love. And it may be expressing as anger or closure or withdrawal. The masculine heart, again, masculine and feminine within all of us, that masculine part of you yearns not so much for love as for freedom. Okay? The masculine heart dreams not of swelling and fullness, but of finally being free. Liberated from constraints. I mean, I think everybody can relate to that, yes? Who wants to be liberated from constraints? I do. That's the part of me that takes to the road as frequently as possible. One day, if you work hard enough, your burdens will diminish. You will have enough money to do what you want. You will figure out a grand theory and the problems will be solved. You will finish your projects and no longer be constrained by obligation. You will know enough, have enough, or succeed enough so you are no longer afraid of loss or failure. In this moment, are you waiting for any achievement before you are willing to relax and open exactly as you are? In this moment, I'm going to ask you again, every single one of you listening. In this moment, are you waiting for any achievement before you are willing to relax and open exactly as you are in this now moment? Is your work life aiming for one day when you will finally be free to do what you really want to do? Are you waiting for that day? Do you ever get angry with your lover, your children, your boss, because you feel trapped by their need for attention, their demands on your energy, your time, your attention? I'm adding some of this, but most of it I'm reading straight from the book. When the masculine heart feels constrained by obligations, even the obligations of love, it begins to feel trapped. I got really nervous at this point in the reading. Talk about a battle between our masculine and feminine selves. The masculine and feminine within, the masculine and feminine without. If the feminine side is just longing, yearning for that deep love, that trustable love where she can relax, open as love's deepest expression, the fullness of love. And the masculine part is just looking for freedom and feels trapped even by love. Oh, I got scared right here. I'm like, we are in trouble. But hang on, let's keep reading. Ah! The loss of freedom irks the masculine heart. Again, the masculine is in us. I got there, it builds, and then I just take to the road whenever I can. I like getting on the peace walk lately. It gives me great purpose and helps me get out of my head and focus on others. Even if you have chosen your career, your family, and intimate relationship, you can still feel trapped by them. You begin to dream of what it would feel like to be free, unbound. Understand these different sources of anger. Your feminine lover longs for love. I tried to go back to this myself, and I should have just hung in there. He's going to bring it back to us. Understand these different sources of anger. Again, both within us and all around us. I mean, outside of us. Your feminine lover longs for love, and your masculine lover longs for freedom. You can assuage your lover's anger by giving the feminine heart deep love and by removing obligations from the masculine heart. I'm going to read that again. It feels important. You can assuage, an interesting word. You can assuage your lover's anger by giving the feminine part of you, the feminine heart, deep love. And by removing obligations from the masculine heart. Even the demand for attention. Wow, doesn't that seem like a conundrum, Zor, that comes to mind? So if the feminine aspect of us, the feminine heart, is longing for deep love, which I would think would come in the form of attention, and we're trying to take that need for attention off the masculine part of us, the masculine heart. Wow. Let's see. So it can relax, open, in freedom. Okay, so you can assuage your lover's anger by giving the feminine heart deep love. So give that part of you, or the female in your life, or the feminine part within you, deep love. And by removing obligations from the feminine aspect, the masculine heart, even the demand for attention. So it can relax, open, in freedom. But being given what you need doesn't always spur you to open deeper than those needs. Does it now? Your needs and your anger can be signals to open more deeply. Why not open more deeply than your need for love or freedom right now? Okay? So first we're giving permission to open as the need for love, for freedom. And now we're asking a very important question. And I'm asking you right here, right now. Again, hit pause if you need to take a break. This is important. So come back to this. Come back to this. Hang in there with me till the end of this video. Pause and take a breath. Get a cup of tea. Light a candle if you haven't. Connect to your breath. Connect to your need for deep love. Connect to your need for freedom. Why not open more deeply than your need for love or freedom right now? Because you are entangled in a life story, a drama of needs that seems necessary or at least significant. The feminine heart is embroiled in the never-ending drama of love and its lack. Yes, I am loved. No, I am not loved. I am loved. I'm not loved. No, I am not loved. Yes, I am loved. Oh my God, that sounds familiar. The masculine heart is riveted by the illusion of working toward freedom. I am succeeding. I am failing. I am succeeding. I am failing. You can offer temporary fulfillment to your lover. Yes, I do love you. Or yes, you are a great success. But a few minutes later, the drama continues. If you have a more masculine essence, freedom is blissful. But the struggle for freedom makes you feel important. Shoot. The masculine part of me can relate to the struggle. Oh my God. Just hooked into that drama. Freedom is blissful, but the struggle for freedom makes you feel important. Working your way out of the trap gives your life meaning. With no problems to solve, You feel free for a while, and then you feel bored, useless, obsolete. Ugh. The struggle for freedom makes your attention to life seem significant. Even trivial challenges of constraint and breaking free seem to give your life a sense of purpose. Expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. It feels like the energy of life, doesn't it? Sitting alone, you pick up a crossword puzzle or do a jigsaw puzzle. I do 1,000-piece every week. Gonna look into that. Resting at home, you watch sports or Netflix, binge watching on Netflix. I'm not judging us right now. I'm sitting in compassionate observation, I promise, mostly. You track the stock market. You feel trapped by life's dilemmas. By life's dilemmas. Which solution? You feel trapped by life's dilemmas. Which resolution you seek? You relentlessly pursue financial success, artistic expression, social transformation, or spiritual liberation. You relentlessly pursue these things. If you open as freedom now, your masculine adventure flashes as an unnecessary struggle. If you open as freedom now, your masculine adventure flashes as an unnecessary struggle. Your need for significance evaporates. Boy, that would feel liberating for a while, wouldn't it? You are alive as spontaneous gifting. Each moment comes as it goes open. You too, open and entirely given. Nothing remaining but open and entirely given. Let those words land. I want to read that paragraph again. If you open as freedom now, your masculine adventure flashes as an unnecessary struggle. Your need for significance evaporates. You are alive as spontaneous gifting. Each moment comes as it goes open. You are open. Open and entirely given. Nothing remaining but open and entirely. And what happens when the feminine opens as love every now? Open as burgeoning love, birthed full as this moment, alive as all who yearns to feel adored, open as abundant love, who longs to feel cherished. Just as the masculine needs to feel trapped in order to feel a significant mission of importance, the feminine needs to feel unloved. Hear this. The feminine needs to feel unloved in order to take part in the heart-tugging drama of securing self-worth. Ah! Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. I hope you got all that because, I don't know, pause and go back and rewind and listen to it again if you didn't. What is there to do if you are so full as love that more love isn't possible? If you truly trusted love abounding as all of life, then what would occupy your emotions? Unending and all abundant love is the end of the feminine drama. Read that last line again. Unending and all abundant love is the end of feminine drama. Unending and all abundant love. Unending and all abundant love is the end of feminine drama. I don't know why I just exploded a bomb there. So if you have a feminine essence, you will test love. No, never. I don't ever do that, do you? Sabotage love. Deny love. You yearn to feel love, withstanding your tests, rebounding from your sabotages, asserting itself through your denials. And she hung her head low. You want to feel your lover loving you, even when you resist your lover. Especially when you resist. You don't love me, you will say, only hoping your lover says, yes, I do love you. Leave me alone, you will say, as you close the door to your room, the room of your heart, perhaps. Hoping that your lover enters. Abundant love isn't sufficient. Shit. It is love's persistence in the face of your denial that affords your valued pleasure. It is love's persistence in the face of your denial. I'm not relating to this. Are you? Promise to be real on these, to join you probably where you sit in the same skin. Well, my skin, your skin. Let's go back to this. Let's not lose it. It is love's persistence in the face of your denial that affords your valued pleasure. The feminine drama is about love conquering unlove. The feminine drama is about love conquering unlove. Get back on that bolster if you need. Relieves the pressure in your hips. Hang with me. We just have a few more chapters. Take a break if you need to. A good love story requires that love be somehow threatened. Perhaps by death, betrayal, denial, or tragic coincidence. How many shows have you watched, invested your time in, watching over and over? Your heart feels connected to. You just feel energized by watching the struggle. The barriers, the obstacles that are being overcome by love. A tragic coincidence. In a fulfilling love story, love prevails. Love prevails. Love prevails. The feminine drama is about the triumph of love over loss, just as the masculine adventure is about breaking out of constraint into freedom. Now this feels like a really important point, since I keep wanting to go. Let's bring it together. Bring both of these together, and look at how they play off of each other. Within us, without, as within, so without. The feminine drama is about the triumph of love over loss, just as the masculine adventure is about breaking out of constraint into freedom. Love and freedom describe your true nature, but yearning and struggle describe the story of your life. This is important. So love and freedom describe your true nature, but yearning and struggle describe the story of your life. The story of your life. Not your nature, but the story of your life. And it's just a story. It's neither good nor bad. It's neither right nor wrong. It's just a story. And we can change our story right now. Right now. It is a lie that sustains your place in time. Let's step out of time together. You may feel angry because your heart is hurt by unlove or trapped by life's obligations. Check in and see. Do you feel angry because your heart is hurt by unlove or trapped by life's obligations? Be honest with yourself, compassionately present and honest. But you can choose to go deeper than your life story right now. We're both saying it. I said it and David said it. You can use the energy of your anger. Use that energy. It's not wrong. It's not bad. Just use it. Step into it. Open as that anger and use it to cut through the momentum and plunge to the heart of this moment. Oh, that's what I want to do more than anything. That's why I do this channel, is to invite you. If you made it to 35 minutes, I'm inviting you fully. If you haven't already stepped fully into every moment we've shared up to this moment, let's do it now. To use the energy of your anger to cut through the momentum and plunge the heart of this moment. You might need some help doing that. I think he's going to give it to us. Rather than projecting blame and hope toward people in life, as if your relationships and plans can ever truly fulfill you. Oh, shoot. We can spend our entire lives looking for other people to fulfill us, or activities, or successes, or... Rather than projecting blame and hope toward people and life, as if your relationships and plans can ever truly fulfill you, feel into the deepest desire of your heart and obey your depth. I'm going to say it again. You might want to close your eyes as I read these last few paragraphs. And do it. Do it. Feel into the deepest desire of your heart and obey your depth. Obey your depth. Feel your heart beating. Feel deeper than your beating heart into love's depth. Feel so deep inside that you feel unendingly open. You are love's opening. Unendingly opening. Really try doing this now. Even if you are angry, hurt, or frustrated, open as. Even if you are angry, hurt, frustrated, sad, scared. Really try doing this now. Whatever you feel in your heart, feel deeper. As deep as your feeling can feel. As deep as your feeling can feel. Don't judge it. Don't judge how deep you can feel right now. Just go with it. Just notice it. Be neutral, if not compassionate with yourself. And just notice. As deep as your feeling can feel. As you feel into the unending open of depth, feel every single thing that occurs. Your thoughts, your breath, the ground beneath your feet, the sky above you. Allow everything to flush the moment open with fragrance, with memory, with emotion, sensation, color, and sound. Feel open as the full moment now. Feel how long now lasts. Feel how long you are now. Feel as the entire now, as deep inside as you can, as far outward as you can, for as long as now opens. Feel every part of the entire moment just as it is, as deep and wide as you can feel. Relax, open, so you can feel open as this entire moment. I'm going to say it again as we come close to the end. Relax, open, as. Relax, open, so you can feel open as this entire moment. Relax, open, so you can feel open as this entire moment. The love for which you long, the freedom for which you aim, is alive as you are open now. Thought we were done, but that feels like it bears repeating again. The love which you long for, the love for which you long, the freedom for which you aim is alive as you open now. I love you. I love you. In this now moment, you are alive as the very things you seek as you open now. Until we meet again.